Matthew chapter 5, verse 10 to 12. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evils against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way, they persecuted the prophets who were before you. Dito po sa Matthew chapter 5, dito po natin makikita yung Beatitudes. But of all the Beatitudes, etong pangwalo seems to be the most contrary to human thinking and experience. Acceptable sa ating yung 8, yung 7. And we all say that it is fair and just. Pero yung pang-8, ito yung bagay na iniiwasan natin, even for those who claim to be a Christian. It is a negative thing that nobody wants to bear. I think this is one of the reasons why prosperity churches are growing, because they preach what people desire. They want someone that talks about the positive things in life, such as happiness, abundant life, success, and self-enlightenment, but never about rejection, persecution, or sufferings. But the thing is, when you become a Christian, persecution and sacrifice is unavoidable. Para bang magkasama talaga ito. In fact, this is one good evidence or tangible proof that you're a Christian. Because to live for Christ means to live in opposition to Satan and to this world system. Because righteousness in Christ is confrontational, and even if you don't preach it in words, it confronts wickedness by its contrast. Abel did not preach to Cain, but because of Abel's righteous life, by its proper sacrifice to God, this enraged Cain and killed him. So whether we like it or not, persecution will come before us if we are to follow Jesus Christ. Kung titingnan po natin yung mga buhay ng mga apostles, siguro hindi po natin gugustuhin kung paano sila namatay. Dahil yung kamatayan po nila ay nakakatakot, nakakagimbal, at parabang nakakakilabot na panoorin. We can see a lot of persecution during the New Testament times. But even today, we still see a lot of persecutions happening around the world, especially those Muslim-denominated countries such as Pakistan, Syria, Burma, Nigeria, and also in China, which is an atheistic country. You can hear touching stories about Christians who were arrested, beaten, imprisoned, and sometimes being killed. You would hear stories about families that were made homeless, brainwashed to atheism, have been refused of government relief, and some are fleeing for their life, and they have no freedom to worship God. And that's why they need to go underground. They conduct baptism in secret, and they read their Bible in private. Meron po isang istorya ng isang Muslim girl who was converted to become a Christian. She was so joyful over her newfound life in Jesus. And so she went home happily and shared her wonderful experience with Jesus. Pagkatapos pong marinig ng tatay niya ang kanyang istorya, kumuha po ng itak ang kanyang tatay at pinugutan ng ulo ang kanyang anak. That's her price of becoming a Christian. If you want to avoid persecution, it's very easy. All you need to do is to live like the world, or to live and let live. Huwag mo silang i-criticize, Manahimik ka lang about the gospel. Huwag kang magsasalita about righteousness. At huwag ka na rin kikibo sa mga ginagawa nilang kalasuhan. Makitawa ka na rin sa kanila kung pinagtatawan nila ang mga Kristiyano. Guminti ka na lang if they took God's name in vain. Gawin mo to. And I'm sure you won't have any persecution in life. Pero ang itatawag sa iyo ay peking Kristiyano or undercover Christian. At wala ka rin matatanggap na rewards sa Panginoon. Because God has a promise to those who are being persecuted. Alam niyo ba na pag merong isang krimen na naganap at hindi po nila mahuli-huli yung salarin, nagbibigay po sila ng pabuya sa sino man na makapagtuturo sa kanyang kinalalagyan. At kung mas karumal-dumal o masyadong mabigat ang krimen na nagawa nito, mas lalo nilang tataasan ang pabuyang ibibigay sa mga makapagturo. In the same way, the greater your sacrifices and persecution you receive for His name's sake, the greater is your reward in heaven. So when persecution comes, don't be troubled, welcome it, and face it accordingly. Always remember, God's promises never fails. Good evening, and God bless po sa kanila.